July 24th, 2010, and today's my birthday. Now, the plan today was for us to fly to Oshkosh, Wisconsin for the EAA Air Show, but probably not going to happen. Behind me there are a whole bunch of bonanzas. I'm not sure how many. I heard somewhere 130 maybe. And we were all going to fly in one formation, the B2OSH formation, into Oshkosh today. And you might be thinking that this weather is why we're not going. That's sort of true. The weather would probably pass, so we probably would be able to make the flight. Except the problem is that Oshkosh is flooded. So we'd have nowhere to park when we landed. And so the flight's not going today. And we're still waiting to hear for sure if the flight's not going tomorrow. But safe money is that it's not, in which case we're all sort of scrambling to figure out how we're getting to Oshkosh. In the meantime, we're going to have the whole day here at Rockford to do whatever we want. And so we'll see what we do, probably do some other formation flights, maybe just hang out with the other pilots, and we'll see if we get to Oshkosh.
2,000 scattered, 7,000 broken.
This is Oshkosh?
Yeah, temporary 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Light showers, rain, 2,000 broken.
Ah, you're gonna go through a lake.
Just go fast. Don't go slow.
Fast. Don't go slow, man. You don't want to end up the worst part.
There's plenty of folks here.
Well, I think what we're in the next B2OSH.
So this is the B2OSH breakfast. There aren't a lot of people here yet. It's a little early, and since we already know we're not flying today, people are probably a little less motivated to get up and get here and get situated. But the breakfast is sponsored by Beechcraft, which we really appreciate. It's always good to have a nice breakfast before we fly, even though we're not flying. So Oshkosh, we're hearing, got rain and rain last night, which means that we probably aren't going to fly on Sunday either, but it's not official yet, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, there we go. Hey, where'd you go? Hey, Jim.
Look at that guy. This is called FaceTime. You're doing a video call.
You're getting his picture piped into yours?
Yeah, it's FaceTime, video conferencing.
It's video.
How does it do it?
Well, it's using...
Hey, you can flip the camera around too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, this is ridiculous because they're face to face already.
You guys are such dorks. You're all dorks. Listen, Jim.
Yeah, I'm getting video of the ridiculousness that is ensuing right now.
That's a bit too strange. I just... but I like the idea. That's what it is.
Want to have a face-to-face.
Pretty amazing.
So now everyone is gathering for the briefing for the flight that we don't know whether or not it's happening. But anytime you have a formation flight, you must brief. So we gotta be here if we want to fly.
Try to cover a lot of the general stuff in case they are able to make arrangements for us to go. Obviously, we would get together for another briefing to go through some specifics before we're launched to go do that. So a lot of this, just need you to take the concept in of what we do and how we do it. This briefing is based on the assumption that you've read the materials that were already sent out. If you haven't, you're going to be behind a little bit. You need to go through that.
Waiting for the verdict.
Flight out of here involving all of us. It's not going to happen. The field's not going to be ready tomorrow and likely not ready on Monday, and we're done with that. So what are our options? We, right now, Bob Two's brother Rick, who is one of the board of directors at EAA, is making some phone calls, and he's trying to arrange an area where we can set up our big tent and where people can camp there without their airplanes. That should be doable. We'll hear back on that. So, how do we get there? There is ramp space at Manitowoc, which is 45 miles away. There's also camping space there for people who want to camp there. EAA is going to provide buses back and forth from that airport. We're working on a truck for getting camping gear from Manitowoc. Paul Marshall has called, and there are 50 spots available on Orion's ramp for $25 a night. And if anybody wants to secure one of those, come write your name down on this pad so Paul can call and give them your name and tail numbers, and they'll be expecting you. Okay, Bonanzas to Oshkosh is about us all getting together and camping together. The flight itself is a means to an end. And all the serious work that we put into it is so that the flight can be safe. It's not what Bonanzas to Oshkosh is about. The camaraderie is, and particularly the camaraderie in Oshkosh. So, I would like, for as many of us who can, who it's worth your time, to consider your options on getting there and camping with us. We will know later whether or not there's been an area set aside for us, and since campsites don't soak down in and don't have to be dug out at the end of the week, I think we'll be able to camp, and I think they'll be able to find a spot for us.
Now we have everybody standing outside on their cell phones, making arrangements for the new B2OSH, which is not a formation flight. Hi, Carrie.
Hi. Happy birthday.
Thank you. And they're all out here because there's no cell reception in the briefing room. There's my group, figuring out what we're doing, so I'm going to go listen. Now we're exchanging phone numbers so that when we head to Appleton, Wisconsin, which is the plan now, we can make sure we can get hold of everybody. This is the whole... So Chris Baker gave them his cell phone number, and now they're going to call him so he can capture it off of the caller ID. This is what we do in 2010.